This is a Wirtgen W250i milling machine. It's made by NZG and is in 1/50th scale. Now the name is interesting. I've heard it pronounced a couple different ways. Some people call them Wirtgen, some people call them Wirtzen or Wirtzen. So I have no idea which is the actual pronunciation. It's a German company and they make an awful lot of paving equipment, you know, milling machines, and they also own Ham, so they make all those rollers and compaction equipment. I think Vogel's in there somewhere too. They're all under the same family, so they got a pretty large tree of paving products. Anyway, this milling machine is a fantastic model. There's been a couple other milling machines made by Wirtgen. The W2000 from NZG. CQ made a milling machine also, which isn't very good, but it's still passable, especially coming from CQ. Like I said, overall this is just a fantastic model. The detail on it's very, very good. The price is not too expensive, and it's just very well done. First off, the model is very heavy. It's got a lot of weight to it, which is kind of surprising, but once you get a closer look at it, you can kind of see why it weighs as much as it does, because it does have a lot of little pieces in here and very good castings, which I'm sure make the weight add up pretty quick. Right off the bat, the first thing, the handrails are very well done. The ladders are good. The operator station is very well done. It's very nice. You can see right here that the canopy folds down for transport, which is very cool. It's also really well done how they do that, because it has this extra little linkage down here that lets it fold flat, which is nice. They don't have to add that, but they did. You got nice big mirrors up front here. And it's just it really looks good. Now the hood folds up and you have all your motor detail in here, which is very good. Look on the other side, and you can see in the hood too, it's got the hollow vents, which are, again, it's a nice added detail. You got the doors that open up here, and you can see the drive belts right there for the drum, which again it's a really good level of detail in this thing. You can see the radiator back in there, plus you got your lights and your mirror, all that good stuff, which is, again, it's just really well done. NZG did a great job on this thing. If you notice the tracks, you got these yellow goofy looking track pads here, and the reason for this is these are, I want to say they're polyethylene or polyurethane or neoprene, whatever it is. It's basically a plastic track pad, which means you can unload this thing on the road, on the blacktop, and it's not going to leave marks in your finished road, that's a pretty big deal. You don't want to be paving a road and load up all your equipment and leave track marks and everything. So that's why they're yellow. I had seen a comment one time about the goofy yellow track pads, and well, there's a reason for that. They're not just yellow because NZG decided to make them yellow for whatever random reason. There's a purpose for it. Now the tracks themselves, they telescope in and out just like the real machine does, so you can adjust to your road surfaces, any changes that they might have. You have the hydraulic lines coming down to power your drive motors. The track sets are linked together, so they turn at the same time, which is really nice. And the tracks themselves they're individual links. I don't know if you can see that right there, and they're the hook type. So if one of them breaks, you can I don't know if you'd have to order a replacement from NZG or what have you, but it's possible to fix them. Now, coming back to the rotary head here, you can see it's all the individual teeth are in there, and it looks really fantastic for something that you'd never see sitting on the shelf. They're all there, and you can see every single one of them, which is pretty neat. Now your adjustment shields for your I guess the cutting depth and whatever, they're all there. They're all adjustable, which is again really neat. You have your gate in the back here for I don't know, I guess, you know, controlling your dust or debris or whatever you want to call it is there. It's all right there. You even have detail on the underside of the conveyor belt for loading out, which again is just really nice. It's things like that you never notice, or you never see it sitting on the shelf, but it's here on the model, which is just fantastic. Now, as far as the conveyor itself, again, they did a really good job with this. It's got all the cylinders in there for moving left to right. It's got your dust suppression system, where I guess it just you know, puts everything, all your fine materials, it sucks them up and puts them onto the conveyor, so everything goes right into the dump truck, which is nice. It's got a pretty good system for raising and lower the belt, all that good stuff. And what's also very neat is that it's got the system set up to fold up for transport, so when you put it on the lowboy, it's not over length, which is just fantastic. I mean, between the canopy and the belt folding up, there you go, you're ready to take this thing down the road. That's a really nice feature that, again, you don't have to add that. A lot of the other milling machines didn't have that, but it's nice that this one does. So like I said, overall, it's an excellent model. It would certainly look excellent if you're trying to do a paving setup. Like this is just fantastic. There's a lot of different things you can do with it, and again, for the price point, I think it's fantastic. You get an awful lot of detail for the money, and that's what everybody wants, really. Just to, you know, get a good value. So anyway, that's about it. If you have any questions or comments, feel free to ask. And as always, thanks for watching Maryland Construction Diecast.